We're back. Sorry guys, the other phone just died. It's cold. It's cold out here. Zombie Enforcement Bureau is in. Guessing one. We're back. Still too sunny to see you guys. All right, we're back in. Put the phone in the fire. It will warm up. Yeah, my fire's going up too. We got snow yesterday, and it's been dropping in temperature, but today's a nice day, but it's still a little bit cold out. Right back, Delaware Patriot is video chatting now too. Oh, all right. I like Delaware Patriot. If you guys head over there, go check him out. Tell him North Country says what's up. That dude's a good dude. He gets this liberty stuff. He understands it. He's you know, he's in a fight in his state as well. You know, they're doing what they can to preserve their Second Amendment rights over there. Good guy. Go tell him North Country says yo. Brenda J. May says, we got some sun, but it's cold. Ralph is my kind of dude. I'm liking what he's saying. Let's see here. Local governments, all governments are corporations for profit. There's no states, there's no counties, there's no cities, there's no courts. Are all corporations for profit. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, guys, we're a very long way from the Constitution. We're a very long way from the Bill of Rights. We've stepped away from it, you know, and it's been chipped away at and chipped away at and chipped away at to where people who, you know, people who are born and finally figure it out, or, you know, people who get into politics, they just kind of accept where you're at in life. They accept the political atmosphere in place because people don't understand their rights. Like you know, your rights they're an idea. They're not an idea. Your rights are something you have, and they can only be taken from you if you allow someone to take them from you. And you got to preserve them because there's plenty of people out there that will try and take your rights. There's plenty of people who have taken your rights, and there's plenty of states that are gone. I mean, just absolutely gone, guys. California, gone. Oregon, going. Washington, the west side is gone. The whole state is gone. The east side and the west side are split. Currently, they're trying to split eastern Washington into the 51st state, the state of liberty. If you guys don't know about that, get involved. Figure it out, guys. That state wrecked itself to where the citizens are like, we need a new state because we can't take what's going on the west side. It doesn't represent us on the east side. We're being controlled by an agenda we don't like. They're having their rights taken away from them. They're having their guns taken away from them. You guys are seeing red flag laws come into play. And what are red flag laws, you ask? Well, let me tell you, my friends. A red flag law is when a concerned citizen can say, hey, Bob over there, James Freeman over there, James Freeman worries me. His state of mind worries me, and he's got guns. So we should go steal his guns until we figure out if he's mentally correct to be able to have guns. That's a red flag law, guys. So they come and they take your guns, violation of the Second Amendment. And then they're denying you due process. They come and take your guns, and then they decide whether or not you're fit to have your Second Amendment. All because of a neighbor said, I'm a little worried about this guy. You guys hear those pigs? You guys hear pigs in the background? Living the dream. Can you hear these pigs walking around? We did a bunch of pig shuffling, and all my littlest ones can still slam through the fence, so they're just out running around, but they're cleaning up the property, so that's cool. Lady T hears them. Yeah, we got the brown stuff though, Brian, not the green stuff. Yeah, there's about 8 of them running around. It's pretty funny. It's all good. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, guys, so free range pigs, why not? Funny thing is they put themselves to bed when it gets dark. When the coyotes start coming out, they just put themselves back in. James Freeman and Mrs. North Country Off-Grid, they're talking. All right, guys, well, if you're getting back in here and you kind of missed the first half, make sure you go watch the first half. I referenced, like, sounds like Coyote got one. I referenced Mike Gully's speech in our in that other video. You guys go watch that video up to that point at least. Go listen to his speech. Go listen to what he had to say at the end of the meeting. Everyone's questions and concerns were addressed by the board, but absolutely none of them addressed what Mike Gully had to say when he cited case law, saying that what they're doing is illegal. When he cited case law, they had nothing to say. Yeah, living the dream homestead. Yeah, that speech was on point. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we might look a little rough, a little hairy around the edges. We might decide to live out in the woods, but that doesn't mean we're stupid. We're too dumb to keep pigs in, but danged old pigs. Kitty killer. Kitty killer's hairy too. Gross. Richard Cunningham does not like James Freeman. I don't know why, man. He's out there sticking up for rights, and he's out there bringing stuff to people's attention. You know, you got to respect someone that's willing to get in the fight, you know, at least for that much. There's many people who will sit back and have their rights just stripped from them, and they don't care because they're just, you know, they're content with watching other people live their life on Facebook, or they're content with, you know, sitting around and waiting for whatever's next on the boob tube. You know, most people have given up caring about where their food comes from and who's feeding them. You know, that's part of the issue that's up here. That's part of the issue we're facing up here is, you know, ag land getting developed on because, you know, a developer he develops. You know, he doesn't care about ag land. Robin Yeager in the house. Guys, if our ag land goes away, do you know what happens to our feed? You know what happens to our food? And most people don't care. You know, that's why we're sitting at like a 60% morbid obese rate in America, is because people don't care. There's not enough caring going on. But unfortunately, by the time everyone decides to care, it's going to be too late. You know, for California, it's too late. You're not getting your rights back. It's got to get a hell of a lot worse before it ever gets better. So guys, if you're local, government's checking up on me again. Forgot my tin hat. If you guys are local and you're watching this and you're thinking, man, do I want to be a part of this? Or man, I'd really like to join. Monsanto will feed us. Yeah, they will. You're absolutely right. Yeah, good Lord. You know, it's you're getting me off topic here. Let me see. Oh, if you're local, guys, and you're sitting here watching this, and you're thinking that maybe you want to get in the fight, or maybe you like to do it, but you're just not pulling the trigger. Guys, pull the trigger. Come out, contact us, be a part of the meetings, be a part of the process, be a voice, be willing to run. Guys, that's why I came out swinging and said, I'll run for county commissioner. I will absolutely do the job. I will learn how to do it, and I will do it the best of my ability. And one thing about me is when I set my mind into learning something, I learn it to do it well. It's always been part of my work ethic is to never be the weakest link. I've always set out to be one of the hardest and looked at as a leader in anything that I've done. And that's just how I'm wired. Yeah, vote for Chad. So guys, yes, I am running for county commissioner. I am willing to run for county commissioner. And it's because I want change. And it's because I want my community to have somebody who thinks that someone's looking out for them. I want someone who's not going to be catering to who's not going to be catering to developers, who's going to be watching out for ag land in this area, who's going to be watching out for the forest land of this area, who's going to be a voice for people who are stepped on and looked over. Are we weird for living off grid? Yeah, we're weird for living off grid. But I think getting into mortgages for 30 years is weird. I think getting into debt is a horrible idea. I think debt is debt's the new slavery, guys. You know, your chains were released, but they still got the binds on you when it comes to debt. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. We're the minority out here for sure. Hold on, gotta read one. Philip Nielsen with a $4.99 super chat says, I'm lib, but not dem. It seems like all the party wants is power, and they take it from the minority, then they say they're for minorities. Think, don't be sheep. Guys, that goes for both sides. You know, as James Freeman likes to put it, I don't subscribe to either side's crazy. It's not about being on one team and hating the other team. It's about loving your neighbor, respecting your neighbors, and then doing what's right for your community. And the further we get away from Constitution and the further we get away from God, we've lost it all. Whether you choose to believe in God or not, that's a moral compass. And some people stick to a moral compass. Some people don't want a moral compass. They don't want to be held to account for their actions. And so they choose to not believe in God for whatever reason. Maybe one day God will infect their heart and they'll change the way they think. But guys, without that structure, without that word, we're just running around like Lord of the Flies out here. We're doing whatever in human nature tells us to do. And we know as humans, we're flawed. We're flawed individuals. We'll make mistakes. And we'll do the wrong thing. And we'll cave to the greed. You know, because who doesn't want a bunch of money, right? Like, oh, you can get a bunch of money and then you can do what? Make more money and then have more money. But you probably neglected your family in the meantime and you lost out on so much because you decided that money was a top priority. Guys, put your family first. Do what's right for your family. If we start raising better people, we wouldn't have to deal with these kinds of issues. Lord of the Flies. Yeah, exactly. We're running around. It's not getting better. Things aren't getting better politically. This country, things aren't getting better. We're further and further away from the Constitution and God. We do what we want. We say what we want. We treat people the way that we want to treat them. We don't have any reserve. You know, there's no censor. There's no filter. You know, especially on, you know, and this is why I'm not on Facebook, guys. It gives cowards and it gives small people a voice. It gives them the power to tear you down, and these people, these little people, really shouldn't have a voice. They should just sit quietly in their little doom and gloom world. So that's why I steer away from places like Facebook. You can't reach me. My world's bigger than that. I gotta hang out on YouTube, talk to you guys. But if I don't like what you're saying, I gotta ban you for life. Normally, I don't ban people. Even if you say something I don't like, I let you stay. Ban me. No, I'm not going to ban you. Don't tell me what to do. Sales tax, not property tax. Let's see here. Jack. of all, masters of none, says sale tax, not property tax, the way it should be. No government ownership of private property. You, sir, are a terrorist for speaking that way. What do you mean, no government control of your land? Are you kidding me? You're an enemy of the state, my friend. Yeah, we get caught up in the system of taxing people. You know, and then we'll take their land, and it's okay because it's just crunching numbers, right? Like, oh, we took that farm. You know, we took that farm, and now we're gonna sell it. But we didn't realize that we just pushed out a farmer who couldn't pay his bill, maybe needed some help. I don't know. But pushing out farmers is a bad idea, I think, guys. And if you see the way farming has depleted over the years, you realize that that seems to be the game plan, you know, which reverts back to that Agenda 2030 crap, right? Push them all out and then make them rely on the government. And you see this in other states, you know, you see this stuff come down where, you know, off-grid living is unacceptable behavior. Bumblebee Junction, $2, says to hire a squatch to eat your inspectors. I don't have inspectors, man. I did not sign up for inspectors. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, you see it in other states. So, you know, you see off-grid living not being allowed in some states. They force you to tie to the power. They force you to tie to the system, and they do this under, you know, health and safety because you're too stupid to keep yourself alive, and you're too stupid to stay healthy. And it's so funny because the people who are in charge of our health and our safety are very unhealthy. Anybody see an issue with that? They're very unhealthy people. That seems silly to me. I'm not going to take advice from you on health when you can't keep yourself healthy, when you yourself failed to stay healthy. I would prefer to take advice from someone who knows what they're talking about. There's very educated people who live off-grid, very smart. People figure out alternative systems to do stuff, to get past the grid, to get past that dependency. Shut up, pig. To get past that dependency on infrastructure or government. You learn to take care of yourself. Ronan says, yep, just like paying a 600-pound personal trainer. There you go. There's a good example. Anyway, get in the fight, guys. Get in your local fight. Guys, all we did was contact a neighbor, or excuse me, a neighbor contacted us. And then we went to, we got some other neighbors, and then we went to a meeting. And we didn't necessarily like everything that meeting had to say. And a lot of those people kind of came away in contact. And we started our own meeting because we didn't want to belong to a political party. We didn't want to be on the left side or the right side. We didn't want this to be about politics, because the problem with politics is you'll go along with stupid shit just because the party says you should. This is more of a, oh, what do we got here? Witchy Poo 22 with the $9.99 super chat says, happy birthday, Drew, but I'm sure she meant Chad, because that's my name. And it was my birthday yesterday. And I hung out with my family, because that's the way I'd choose to spend it every time. Forgot what I was saying again. Oh, we didn't like what they had to say, so we wanted a party that was not a political party. We want to tackle issues from the common sense method. We want to look at stuff and go at it from are we messing with someone's rights? Do we have these rights? I love the people in our group. We've met awesome people in the group. It's so great to be around like-minded people, and you're just taking it back to rights, guys. There are men who have fought and died for your rights so that you can have them, not for some bureaucrat, some lazy bureaucrat to take your rights from you. On either side, both the left and the right, they will both take your rights away and put themselves in charge because for them it's money and power. Not the right thing to do, because that means you have a moral compass. And if you're operating on a moral compass, you wouldn't just choose one side or the other and stick to them, because there's issues that affect everyone, both on the right and the left, that need to be tackled with common sense. What's up?
Happy 10th birthday, Drew.
Who's Drew? Happy birthday, Drew. I may have missed something. Drew, you're the man. We almost share a birthday, so I like you more than most. Common sense is not common. Yeah, it's not, you know. We live in a society where a lot of what we learn and a lot of what we do is dictated by the culture that we're currently in. Oh, it's Drew's 10th birthday. I stole Drew's birthday wish. Sorry, guys. Happy birthday, Drew. We take from our cultures, and we take from our leaders and the people that are our leaders. If they're the example being set, we're in trouble. On all account. Oh, hey, oh, Stoney Ridge Farmer dropping a 50 spot. Stoney Ridge Farmer, you guys go check him out. That's my guy. $50 super chat. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Put this in the Trip to Stoney Ridge Fund with a woo. I can't hit those woos. It's a little too high for me. Thank you, sir. You guys go over and check out Stoney Ridge Farmer. If you don't know, he's tripped up here. He's visited North Country. We're trying to get down to go visit him as well. I got to sell off the rest of these pigs, or get them to butcher and get them out of here so I can go on a road trip. We'll go visit the Stoney Ridge. Doobie Bear's coming over, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Doobie Bear, you won't be disappointed. Josh is the Stoney Ridge Farmer, guys. He just got back from Vegas. So if you're a car guy, if you're a truck guy, go over and check out his videos. He's showing you all the stuff at the SEMA Car Show, I believe is where he was at. He was helping, Super Clean. He was helping Super Clean. They brought him in as a spokesperson to be a personality. They chose a good one, too. So you guys go check out those videos and go see what he's doing. He's got a big old farm that he's developing. Leaps and bounds over the amount of work we get done. We're out here with, like, axes and chainsaws, and he's just like ripping up the town in dozers and cool equipment I've never seen before. Yeah. Like a Cheech and Chong concert. All right, guys, let's ask a couple questions, and then I'm going to get out of here. The sun is starting to set. It's getting a little cold. Oh, John Green. John Green had his birthday on the 22nd of November. And he's 69. John Green, 69. Let's see here. Clam Walker, $10 super chat, says, we love your content. Oh, hold on. You left. We love your content and personal commitments to your community. You know what, guys? I'm guilty. I'm guilty of being one of those homesteaders, one of those mountain-dwelling people that moved into the woods and wanted to be left alone and didn't do enough with community. I didn't go out and do stuff. I've always coached my kids as sports, and I've always thought, you know, that's a good contribution to community, is to go out and be a leader for the kids, to help them out. And in our area, our sports really struggle. It's underfunded. They don't have all the good stuff, but they got a really tall coach, so that's good for them. But I love going out and coaching and being an influence in their lives, because growing up, all the sports that I did, my coaches were an influence in my life, and I didn't realize it at the time as much. But a lot of the stuff that they taught me and a lot of the influence they had on me leads me to become the person that I am. You know, it adds to your personality. It adds to your convictions. And I'm a man of conviction for sure. So I've gotten involved in our community. We've reached out to people. We make it a point to try and do more in our community. I love going out and helping out my YouTube community and helping those guys grow their channels as well. it's good it feels good to go and do good for other people. It feels good to help people out. It feels good to help people out, guys. It really does. When you can help someone with anything, it just feels good. It feels much better than taking. You know what? I'm probably just born for this stuff. So when I saw or felt that there was an issue in our county government, oh, I'm willing to lead and I'm willing to step up. I'm also willing to step back. Hidden Valley Homestead, $2 super chat says, Happy B-Day, Chad. Thank you for getting everyone fired up. We're getting everyone fired up. And some people don't like it because we're tipping the boat. And they don't like that, guys, because when you get into politics, they want you to just sort of step in line, know your place. You know, work your way up the ranks. You know, let us corrupt you and groom you before we turn you loose. And I don't roll that way. I do what I want. I stick to my convictions. And I don't pander to anyone, ever. I pander to no man. I pander a little bit to the coldest water bottle. Go check it out. I don't even know if they're going to pay me for this video. It hasn't even been in the video that much. Zombie Enforcement Bureau says, hashtag free Schaefer Cox. I am not well versed in the Schaefer Cox issue, but I've looked into it and it seems like it might be a little wrong. I've also heard some different sides of that stuff and haven't found the facts. Did you ever get your truck running? Yeah, truck was running. We had a bad injector and that compiled with something else. I forget what it was. We got it running though. Truck's running good. I actually was supposed to do an oil change today. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. Chad, if you become the county commissioner, what would set about changing first? For one, I don't like the way that the county operates as a county. Guys, there's no professional standard. They feel that they can operate in any way they want against the people without there being any sort of standard. There's no ethical practice to any of it. You know, I asked our director if he's okay with his employees lying to the public, and he said he is okay with that. If you don't believe me, go back and watch the video of me talking to him. I asked him, is that a kind of person that you would employ? Is that okay if they lie? And he says, yeah, I gotta look into it. But yeah, it's the kind of person I would employ. I have an issue with that, guys. I have a moral issue with people that lie. And the reason for that is because they're cowards. And they twist the details because they're afraid of the truths. And I don't like liars. I don't like people that manipulate people. So how about that? How about an ethical change? How about the way you operate is transparent and ethical? I'd push for that. I like that. Can't keep my pipe lit. Other changes I would make, guys, is just transparency and then operating in a manner that best represents the people. There's a lot of there's a lot of things that'll happen and it leaves everyone scratching their head like, why would you bow to a developer when your entire community has come together and spoke out against it? You know, and then it makes people wonder, is someone on the take? Is someone getting kickbacks? Because morally it doesn't seem right. If you're there to represent the people, why would you side with a corporation over the people? Because it's about making money, right? When you operate it like a business, it's about making money. I don't know. When you respect the people's wishes, it operates a little different. You know, sometimes you got to say no. Sometimes you scale back. You know, it's not about building, and it's not about developing, and it's not about how big we can get, and it's not about keeping up with the Joneses of other other counties, because this county's doing it. So let's do what they're doing, and let's give everyone some raises. I think that people in civil service shouldn't make that much money to where they are very well paid. They're at it again, spying on me. I think scaling back government pay to get the right people in there. And you'll see there's people that are volunteers that come out and they do this stuff because they care about the community and they're volunteering their time to do it. You know, and a lot of people try to push the narrative, well, if we don't pay them good money, then we're not going to get good leaders. And we've seen in all of government that that's the wrong line of thinking, because government pays so well that wealthy people go into government to get the power, the control, and the money, and then they use that to continue the snowball effect of building wealth. And that's why we have politicians that are millionaires. That's why we have politicians that are billionaires. We accumulate wealth with good sense, and that's just not the way that it is. It should be morally based. It should be based on your character and your convictions. And until we change that, we can guarantee we're going down the same road. We can guarantee it's going to be business as usual, and we'll continue filling our pockets until it all implodes. But it's okay because it imploded with my pockets full, right? Why else do we do the things that we do globally, right? Hidden Valley Homestead says, did YouTube demonetize you? No, guys, like I told you, YouTube came back and said that we did nothing wrong in the video. Legally, the employee broke the law because in the state of Idaho, you are allowed to film. You're allowed to record your government officials in the course of their government duties. So by him coming after what the hell is that? Stoney Ridge Farmer sends a $3 fist bump with like a dancing chicken thing. That's cool. Haven't seen one of those before. So actually they broke the law by coming after me and trying to get that pulled down. They tried to censor us, which is obviously a violation of First Amendment, but it's also a violation of their state code allowing us to disseminate news. They broke the law. You know, aside from whatever YouTube did or didn't do, they broke the law. So, that might not be good. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I feel like I'm rambling. Somehow we've gone for a little bit too long. So I'm going to get out of here. It's not the first party. It's not the first party. So Idaho is a single party consent state. So if you're in a place where there's no reasonable expectation of privacy and you're having a conversation with somebody, you can record that person. If you are a third party and you're recording two other people, one of those people must know that you're recording them for you to be allowed to do it. But this is different than that. So in the government, you are allowed to film any government employee because that building is yours, guys. That's funded by your taxes. That building is yours. So unless, they're like in the bathroom where they would require privacy or in a locked room where you're not allowed to go, you can record them all day long. And when they come after you, they've broken the law. When they try to get your stuff taken down, they've broken the law. They've broken their law. It's pretty funny. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you all. If you guys are local, please contact us. Get in the fight. Come be a part of the group. We like to spend the first hour getting to know everyone, having a meal as a community, and then we spend the rest of the time talking about issues. And we'll help you out with your issues. We've had people bring us issues. They brought it to light and we're like, holy shit, that's a thing? Yeah, we'll go after that. So, the list is stacking up of the things that we're going to change in this county. So be a part of it, guys. You can check out P-R-O on Facebook. If you guys aren't local, don't try to join it because I don't want a bunch of people from out of state just yet. But go check it out on Facebook, guys. Come to the meetings. Be supportive. Be part of it. Be part of it. Be part of it. Guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Go check out Stoney Ridge Farmer.